You want the clicker? Dante is in control. Well, good morning.
Hold on.
Oh, you see that? I see the little green bar moving.
Yeah.
Oh, there's people on.
Yep.
Can you sit closer to you? You good?
Okay, we need to use to everybody.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think they have to ask everyone to mute.
No,
But
there
no.
should be a way I can tell.
Yeah, you can do it on this end, right? I think it's mute all
Is it manage participants?
and video. Because it is distracting in all their videos, you know, watching someone play with their dog.
Hear you, by the way.
Awesome. We're almost ready to go, guys.
Oh, look, mute all. Where's the feedback coming from?
So we're all muted.
And are all their videos off?
Well, they've turned their video off.
I think there's a way where you can do it as well. Either way, it's not going to be a distraction.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be running off slides anyway. Good morning, guys. We're going to get started here in about 1.5 minutes,
Maybe 2,
maybe 2.
maybe less.
A lot of maybes.
1.5 minutes. Did you say 1.5 minutes?
Yes. Is that not a real thing? 90 seconds?
That's like 90 seconds.
Well, that's something he would say.
Or it's a.
We'll get started in a minute and a half.
We're going to get started in 180
I'm very
half
specific.
seconds.
It is almost 9
Hey,
o'clock.
we're going to start in 1 minute and 45 seconds. How about that?
This is being recorded, I hope, so there's
Okay.
Oh, it is.
witnesses to the abuse that I'm now being.
Hey, Daisy, can you hear us okay? Can you text me? I just texted you. Can you check with someone else? Like unmute them?
Hey, Jay, if you're on, shoot me a text and let me know that the audio is working okay. We're getting ready to kick this thing off. Guys, hopefully you've got a pen and paper ready. There's going to be a lot of notes you want to write down.
Can you unmute somebody? Maybe click on Daisy.
It's working.
Okay.
All right, let's go for it.
All right. Y'all are in control.
All right. Good morning, guys. Hey, oh, Kevin, can you sit back a little? Let me see your forehead.
Wow.
Come here.
Look, she's fixing my
Come
hair.
here. Part.
Hey, guys, I guarantee you this. We are going to have fun this morning with this training. We welcome all of you guys to the Saturday morning training. And hopefully you learn over the next 60 minutes some great tools to take your business to the next level. So guys, let's kick this thing off. My name's Kevin Rowe. This is Dontia Tate. I have the pleasure of driving to their house this morning because we like to have it all on one screen. Thanks, Chris, for the technical support. And look, guys, you can definitely take this away from this morning. They call me the low-tech redneck. So if I can do this, definitely rest assured anyone can do this. If you would have asked me 60 days ago what's Zoom, it's an option on my scope on my rifle. So here we sit on the Zoom training today. So let's get started. I'll let Dontia kick off this portion and we'll kind of go back and forth between the two of us. And hopefully you learn some stuff over the next hour.
Awesome. Well, again, guys, my name is Dontia Tate. I live here in Midlothian, Emerald Distributor. And yes, I love partnering up with Kevin. This is so much fun. The cool thing is we don't even benefit each other at all, but we just become amazing friends. But let's talk about your why. You know, what is it that brought you here this morning? What is it that brought you to Advocare? I know for me, you know, I was exhausted. Oh, hey, honey, Daisy can't hear anything. Oh my gosh, hold on, guys.
See, technical difficulties. Hopefully we've got the audio on. If not, someone will text us shortly. If you can't hear me, it doesn't matter what I'm saying right now, but
Messing with my settings.
We can hear you over here.
Good, awesome.
I'm so sorry. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay, I gotta get my phone upside down now because I'll stare at it. But anyway, let's just talk about your why. I know for us, you know, I was exhausted and I wasn't looking for an opportunity, but I was really just looking to feel better, which is why we got on the products. And what I realized after my husband lost 12 pounds and I gained the extra energy that I needed is that I had stuffed the dreams that I had for my family way in the back of my mind. And so just because this is what we did, we went to work every day and, you know, I cut hair, he was in the IT, this was just our life. But when I made my first $500, it allowed me to start dreaming for my family. And guys, my dreams quickly came back up to the front. We were swimming in debt, even though we looked really good on the outside. On the inside, we were just drowning in debt. I was not getting the time with my 3- and 4-year-old like I wanted, nor was my husband. And so for us, it was debt freedom, it was time options, and it was our kids, and just the security of knowing that we have options. Kevin, you want to share yours?
Yeah, I mean, looking at the 6 words at the bottom of your screen, for us, you know, when we first got started in Advocare, our vision wasn't big enough. It definitely wasn't what it grew into be. We just wanted to make $500 a month. That would be a car payment, probably some grocery money. And so that's where we started. So that's okay if that's where you started, that's where you're at today, that's great. But be prepared for that vision to grow and get bigger. Once we got started in Advocare, we kind of tied some of those words you're seeing on the screen together. Part of our story that I love the most is debt freedom. We got off to a quick start, you know, $5,318 in our first month in the business. 5 years into it, on my 45th birthday, Roxanne handed me a letter. Happy birthday. I opened it up. It was from the mortgage company. It said, "Dear valued customer, this letter is to inform you that the above referenced mortgage has been paid in full." Now, guys, I can tell you, I've been self-employed my whole life. So what I generate week in and week out is what's going to pay our bills. So there's a lot of pressure. If what I'm doing doesn't work, me and my family are going to be on the street. So when I read that letter that we had paid the mortgage off 17 years early, guys, tears ran down my face. I'm not talking like one man tear. I'm talking both eyes. I wept that morning. So you can read debt freedom and it's just words. You can hear stories about debt freedom. That's inspiring. But living it, being in the middle of it, guys, debt freedom does give you time and options. So that is one of the things that I hope you see about Advocare is what we do with the money is the most important. I can always make more money, but I can never make more time. So guys, strive to be debt free and get your time and options back for you and your family. That's our why now, is to help others do exactly the same thing.
Awesome. All right. And so I'm not sure which level you guys are at. You know, you can start at the 20% and work your way all the way up to the advisor level. But this is our goal. Okay. We're going to pretend like everyone here is an advisor already. So when you get to your advisor level, you get paid not only the first two ways on retail and wholesale, but you get paid on the overrides and leadership bonus and incentives, which Kevin's going to talk about a little bit later. But you definitely want to get to your advisor just as soon as you can, because until you do, the only two ways you're going to be able to get paid is on the retail and the wholesale commissions. And then, of course, the best way to do it, and I love this because when we started, it was $3,000 worth of product for $2,100, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so this one, it's $2,000 worth of product. Your investment's a $1,400 investment. I was meeting with someone the other day, and they're asking how much it was, and he owned a business.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, you know, what the investment was, and he goes, that's it? I go, $1,400, and you are at that 40% discount for life, as long as you renew every year at $50. And the cool thing is, when you renew, they're going to send you a box of Spark in your next two orders just for renewing. So, guys, a $1,400 investment to start a business that pays you 5 different ways, that's crazy.
Oh, absolutely. And being a business owner, I actually own multiple businesses. One of the things I want to make sure you understand is there is a difference between a cost and the investment. I have a lot of things that cost me money. I have to buy them, and there's not going to be a return on that investment. Looking at the advisor order, make sure that you word that properly, because it is an investment. We sold that full order that we placed 12 years ago. We sold that in 10 days. So using today's numbers, in 10 days, we made our $1,400 back plus a $600 profit. That's an investment. That's not a cost.
That's right.
And don't forget, it's guaranteed. If you ever change your mind, Advocare gives you that option of taking your products back and getting a full refund.
Yep. Now, you do have to resign, but
Absolutely.
They will give you your money back if you're not 100% satisfied. And I know for me, whenever I had my salon, to build that salon was ridiculous. So $1,400. Awesome.
And there was no guarantees.
No, there was not. I had to sign a personal guarantee.
Yeah, I had to sign a personal guarantee for $100,000 at the bank, and had $1 million in semi-trucks, trailers, forklifts, warehouse. So, guys, this is a great investment to get a business that's going to pay you for the rest of your life.
And it didn't pay us 5 ways.
No, it didn't.
I didn't get to give myself a trip.
No.
Okay, and then these are your business entry levels. At the 20%, you can see right there, all the way up to $499, you get 20% discount level. Whenever you hit your 500, you're automatically at 25% for life, as long as you renew. And then, of course, that's the advisor level as well. And for $59, you get to enroll as a distributor, and they're going to give you Rehydrate, meal replacement shakes, and Spark, and a shaker bottle just for joining. And so this is, like I said, it's a great investment.
One of the things I love about getting to the advisor level, the way that Advocare has it structured as well, there's no monthly, there's no auto ship, there's no requirements, and whatever discount level you get to, and we're talking about the 40% discount, you never lose that discount. You have that discount for the rest of your Advocare life, as long as you renew your membership for $50 every year. That's great. That's a win.
Yes.
You know, I always say it's kind of like having a Costco membership. I get to go to Costco when I want, buy what I want, and no one's ever asked me to sell green beans in the parking lot. So I have a lot of customers that get to the 40% discount level just for the discount on the products, and they've never built a business because that was just what they chose, but they love getting the discount. So no green beans in the parking lot. Okay. All right, guys, as a new distributor and a new advisor, because a lot of you on the training this morning are at the advisor level and you have some new distributors. So this is what, I don't want to call it free money because you're going to work for it, but chasing the bonus, when you hear my story, when you heard my story this morning, $5,318 in the first month, that story attracted a lot of people to our business. So I want you to understand the value of helping your distributors earn these bonuses, build a great story. And yes, the money's awesome. We're going to do things with the money, but the story, your story is the most powerful tool you have in your business. So as you're walking your distributors through this and we're running the 180 game plan, just know you're going to get that 318 and you're picking up that first $100 bonus. As you move to the next, to get that next bonus, and hey guys, make sure you've got mute on your end. So if you see the mute button at the bottom of your screen, just click that off. That way we don't have any feedback. So guys, I actually have on one of our teams, he just had 3 new distributors sign up Thursday night. So the first thing we're looking at is who can we talk to right now, because we want to chase those bonuses. We want that $100, the next $100, and the $400. And you get that by helping someone work their way to the advisor level. So always chase the bonuses. It's going to be a great addition to your story, and it helps your new distributor put money in their pocket very, very quickly. So once you've got them to advisor, and on one of our other teams, I've got a girl that just reached advisor this pay period. So that's a conversation I'm having with her today is who can we talk to right now that wants to get started on the products, get results, get it at a discount, and have the option of doing what we do, which is simply help people get results on the products and help people earn some extra income. Because if you, as a new advisor, help 3 of your new distributors earn any portion of that new distributor bonus, whether it's 100, 200, or 400, if you help 3 of them do it, you as a new advisor are also going to pick up a $500 new advisor bonus. Anything you want to add to that?
That's good.
Awesome. So let's break it down and keep it simple. Simple is duplicatable, and we don't ever want to complicate this beyond what it needs to be, because this is a simple business. And the 180, 12 years in Avocare, this is the most simple game plan they have ever come out with. This, if you grab this and you grab what we're training on today, it is going to excel your rate of growth exponentially.
That's right. And then, of course, what is the 180? It's 3 separate portions. You got the 24-day jump start, which is where we started, and then you've got your 28-day optimize, which is going to help you continue along your journey. And then after that, you've got another 28-day lifestyle. So this is going to be designed to help break all the habits, and it actually takes 60 days to actually change the habits. So this is just an amazing program that they've come up with. And like Kevin said, I've been in 10 years, and this is the easiest program that I've ever seen.
So guys, look, you can read that screen. It is a phenomenal program. It's going to help people lose weight, get more energy. It has 3 phases for a reason. We want to break that out and get people started. And make sure that you're sharing your story in the process. In my first 24 days, I dropped 19 pounds. That got my.
I have one question.
Can we hold the questions till after, sweetheart? I'm sorry.
Okay.
Thank you.
No worries.
Thank you.
And yeah, guys, we are going to try to wrap up and leave about 10 minutes for a Q&A. So definitely write those down, because you're probably going to have multiple questions. And if we don't get a chance to answer all the questions, you can always shoot those questions to us on the Facebook page, or you can ask your sponsor, your leader. So second and third phases, guys, they're designed to take your results to the next level and create momentum toward that healthy lifestyle. It's not just a quick fix. Most of us have tried the things that are a quick fix, and guess what? It's a quick fix and a quick fail. You lose 10 pounds, 2 weeks later, you've gained it all back. This is a lasting solution that comes with amazing tools to help you coach and hold people accountable. So guys, look, here's what I want to make sure you capture on the AdvoCare 180. This is a relationship business. The great thing about having those 80 days, it gives you an opportunity to strengthen and build that relationship with your customers, your preferred customers, your distributors as they go through this. You've got 80 days to build that relationship, and through that relationship is really where you're going to have the greatest impact on the rest of their life.
That's right. And then as soon as, like, whenever I walk people through the 24-day challenge or the jump start, they're starting to already ask, or other people are asking what they're doing. And so I'm developing relationships with their friends and so on and so on. So the relationships start right away.
And that is one thing that I think sometimes gets overlooked. As you're building the relationship, because we ask for referrals, you got an ASK to GET. If you haven't built that relationship and you haven't earned that trust with that person, they're going to be very unlikely to share their network with you. But if you've built that relationship and you have a know, like, and trust, they know you, they like you, they trust you, absolutely, they're not going to have a problem saying, yes, call my mom, call my parents, call my friends, call my family members, because you built that relationship with them.
Absolutely. All right, so yeah, we just went over this, the AdvoCare 180. There's one system, 3 parts, 80 days. After 60 days, we break the habit, and then we're going to just continue on with the products. And I'll tell you what, 10 years I've been in, we've had more people. I mean, most of my frontline people, and of course, Deep, they're just friends, and they're always going to be on products. We've built a phenomenal business just from relationships and people staying on product. And they do that because of the relationship that I have with them. I always check on them at least every few weeks, just say, hey, how you doing? Just want to check and see how the products are treating you. And they love that. They appreciate it. So they've been customers, for life.
And it gives you a great opportunity when we do come out with a new flavor, a new product, because you've built a relationship not on trying to sell them something, but on helping them. Because, and you can write this one down, no one likes to be sold. Everyone likes to be helped.
That's right.
And when you develop that kind of relationship, and then AdvoCare comes out with a new flavor of Spark, it gives you a reason to call them back and go, hey, I just wanted to let you know we just launched a new flavor. Want to make sure you saw that. If you want to try it, let me know. I'd be more than happy to get you hooked up with that. And guys, as you go through the 180, you want to be listening for questions that give you an opportunity to plant some seeds.
That's right.
So if you get the question of, well, how long do I have to be on this? I love that question, because I say, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to be on the products. But if you want to get results like what I got, then this is where you start. And here's what I know is going to happen. If you take the products correctly and consistently, you're going to get amazing results. And you're going to feel awesome. So when you're tired of feeling awesome and you want to go back to feeling blah, then quit taking the products.
That's good.
I mean, I've been taking the products every day for 12 years because I love the way I feel on the products. I'm never going to quit taking the products. I don't have to. I want to. So plant those seeds of, you're going to feel awesome for the rest of your life. Those kind of statements, rest of your life, is why it's the 28-day lifestyle. Because we want to carry on to day 81, day 800, 8,000, because this is a lifestyle change.
Yeah. All right. And this is my favorite, guys. Utilize these tools. Whenever I started AdvoCare, and this is my favorite part, is walking people through the 24-day jumpstart. I just love to love on people with that. But I used to go to all the different sites, grab from different leaders, different websites, pull it all in, and then tag people on all this stuff that is actually in this book. Okay. Utilize this book. This is awesome because it's got the chart that they're going to write down what they've eaten for the day. They simply take a screenshot of it as you're coaching them through it, and then you get to walk them through the entire process of getting their results. But it's got everything in here, so utilize the book. If you read the book, you're going to get great results. And it's all easy to read, as you guys know, because you're obviously looking at this as an opportunity, but this is so easy to read. Use this. I don't have to go to the websites anymore to pull other information down and try and get it to you. So use this.
Guys, the journal is the greatest addition we've ever had to the products. And here's one of the things that I've done with the journal that I've really been able to help people get even better results. But like what Dante has said, I have all my people do a screenshot of their journal and send it to me. So they know they're going to be held accountable. They know that they're going to send someone that screenshot. Well, for me, it gives me information on how much water did they eat, how much protein are they consuming, how much fiber are they getting. So then I can tweak their results and help them get even better results. And that's, our business is built on results from people taking the products. And so the journal just gives you so much more information. Make sure you're utilizing that information. So as you've got someone on the 180, just have them do that screenshot, shoot that to you at the end of the day, and check it, because those are some numbers that you want to keep tabs on.
That's right. That's good. And then, of course, this is ordering the 180. This is our main focus. And I've got so many people that just push the commit button because they're busy. They don't have time, but they definitely need to get results. So just pushing that commit button has been wonderful. It's going to charge their card whenever each shipment comes in. And so it's not an all up front deal. They're going to charge your card as the new products come out after the first 24 and then 28 days and then another 28 days. But this is so easy, and people actually love this. This is the way we used to do it back in the day.
Yep.
And then we started giving them lots of options, and they were like, oh,
too many options.
Too many options.
Guys, here's one of the things that I start off my conversation when I'm talking to someone new about Advocare, and it's how you start is going to lead them to this, where they're clicking that green button, commit. When I'm talking to them and I say, what are your top 2 health goals? What are the top 2 things you would change? And most of the time it's lose weight and have more energy. Then I follow that with a question of, on a scale from 1 to 10, how serious are you? And I'll wait for that answer, because I want to know, on a scale from 1 to 10, how serious are you? If they're not at a 8 or 9 or a 9 or a 10, you want to say this. And I know some of you are new and you're like, wow, I don't think I want to say that, because you don't want to lose a sale. And look, we're not here to make a sale. We're here to make a friend, and we're here to make a difference. So don't get locked up on you're trying to make a sale, because that's not the goal. So let's say I'm talking to someone and I say, on a scale from 1 to 10, how serious are you? And they say, probably about a 7. And I say, hey, that's great. One of the things I know is the products work when you take them correctly and consistently. And I'm building my business on people getting results on the products. Why don't we wait until you're at a 10? Because I don't want you to waste your money, and I definitely don't want to waste my time. And I'm going to commit my time to work with you for the next 80 days. And I don't want to do it unless you're ready. So why don't you call me back when you're at a 10?
And they love that, because then they realize you're not just trying to sell them a product.
Right.
You really are wanting to help them get the best results.
And it's going to give you the tools you need to hold that person accountable, because they're going to have bad days. They're going to have donut days. I've seen it on the journal, donut and Coke. So set yourself up for success on the front end by asking great questions. And that's a great one to ask. On a scale from 1 to 10, how serious are you?
I still use that one all the time.
I love it.
And then the other way to order is a step-by-step, which is what I did, because I like the core vitamins. I can't take the MSE or the 3 because I don't need to lose weight or curb my appetite. But I did the step-by-step, and this is easy as well. But you're going to have to place your order after the 24-day jump start. You're going to have to make sure to keep up with it and place the next 2 orders. Now the game plan.
The game plan. All the coaches love that. What's the game plan?
All right. Number one is how to schedule. Set a date for your Jumpstart group. We've got one going right now, the Women in Motion. We've just done the food prep. We did that last week, and we've got all these ladies that have jumped on board that are already off to a great start. And then you want to talk about your goals. You know, how with your leader, with your mentor, you want to ask, or they're going to be asking you, you know, what does the number look like in your group? How many people do you want to shoot for? What discount level are you aiming to get for? Hopefully it's the 40%. And then are you interested in winning any trips and bonuses? Guys, the trips and bonuses are phenomenal with Advocare.
Absolutely.
They are 5, 6, 7 star, if there's even a 7, but they take care of you. And then it's the earnings. How much would you need to allow you to have one of those things we talked about up front? The debt freedom, your time freedom, you know, being able to spend more time with your kids. What does that look like for you? What is that number? You know, I always ask people, what would an extra $500 to $1,000 do for your business or do for your life? And so that's the goals that you want to have in mind when you're scheduling your 180.
Absolutely. And guys, be the leader. Set that date.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a group starting on X.
Yeah.
So you take control of that and take the lead.
And then number 2 is invite. Make a list. Who you're going to talk to, and we'll talk about that in just a minute, but invite them to your group. I know we've got a few different groups that I have on Group Text that I'm actually working with individually or as a group. And then, of course, we've got our TD product and motivation page. But don't just rely on that product and motivation page. Get your groups together. Like I said, actually, I've got 4 groups right now, and one group just has 3 people in it. One group has 4, and then another group has 8. So get your groups, and that way you're also developing relationships within those groups as well. And it's so much fun. And being that you're using this book, it's just easy. It's easy. So do that. And then on the Jumpstart, it says invite them to your 24-day Jumpstart group. Oh, and just remember that whenever you're sharing products with people, whether it's retail or the PCs, I mean, invite them, get them to your group, and just start building those relationships.
And guys, don't forget, if someone says no to the 180, maybe it's not the right time for them, or they just don't have the eyes to see the next 80 days, but they would love to get a canister of Spark. Hook them up with a canister of Spark. You're going to add benefit. Don't be afraid to start off slow. We always look, the 180 is the game plan. That's what I talk to every person about. But if that person says, I don't really want to jump in on that, but I would love to buy a bag of Spark, I'm selling them a bag of Spark. So don't forget, we have a lot of other products. As you build the relationship, walk them through the 180, be listening for other areas that we have products specific to that. I know for me and Roxanne love BioCharge and BioTune. Those are products that have made a big difference for us. And they're not part of the 180. So listen and add value.
Meet them where they're at.
Yep.
And then make a list. Who do you know? This is my favorite. You can go ahead and flip it again. So you're going to have 4 columns there. Your weight loss. So anyone that you know that you have heard or you've seen on Facebook, people talking about, oh, I wish I could just lose an extra 10 pounds, or I am exhausted. You can list them in those 2 groups. Sports performance. I'm working with my friend Paul right now. Hello, Paul, if you're on. But he is a cyclist. And so his list of people that are going to be in that performance, or that is in the performance group, is huge. And then, of course, who do you know that needs income? So you go through your phone book. I know I've got, I think, 800 people in my phone book. I know it's ridiculous. I think other people have more. But anyway, just go through your phone book. And who do you know that needs to lose a little bit of weight, needs the energy, sports performance, or the income? Anything on that?
Yeah, for all of the millennials, when she says phone book, that means your contact list.
Sorry. Yeah, your phone book. They're like, what?
I just went through my Rolodex.
Hey, my mom still
and
has
all
her
the
phone book.
24-year-olds like, Rolodex? What's a Rolodex? That's a thing you used to set on your desk, and it had all the business cards, and you could roll through it in alphabetical order.
But you should be able to fill that list up.
And here's the thing about a list. You're always working on a list.
Mm-hmm.
You're always meeting new people. If you're not meeting new people, get with your leader and find some things you can do to go meet new people. I know
Gosh.
there's so many.
There's so many.
We could spend hours talking about how we go meet people. I've been in this for 12 years, 10 years. I talked to a new guy yesterday, my pole contractor. Hey, when you've got an $85,000 bid on my project, you better buy some Advocare. I can always call someone else for another bid. Just
and then,
kidding.
for heaven's sake, Michael met me in McDonald's. I mean, just from him or for me meeting him, it is crazy the amount of
Thousands of people from
people
that.
that are on that.
Yeah. So, yeah, wear your
the
Advocare
colors.
shirt. Go to McDonald's.
We just talked about this. Go ahead. This is my favorite.
Okay, talk to people and share your story. Definitely, your first goal is to get face-to-face, eyeball to eyeball.
Belly to belly.
Yeah, that's, hey, listen to the Notes on Success from Charlie Regis. That's exactly what he says, eyeball to eyeball, belly button to belly button. So here's why, because people are going to feel your passion. They're going to see your passion. And more importantly, when you're face-to-face, when you're there with the person, you get to spark them up, get a spark in their body. Everything Advocare related makes more sense if they've had a spark in their body.
Yeah.
Because now they know the products are absolutely phenomenal. So next to that is, get on the phone with them.
They're going to hear your excitement in your voice. I mean, they're buying you. They're not buying the product. They're buying you. If you are sharing your story with excitement and you're letting them know how Spark has changed your world, they're going to want what you've got just because they see that you're excited about it.
And guys, you don't have to be crazy. Don't manufacture hype. Have real passion. When I call someone about Advocare, I'm passionate, but I'm passionate about what we're doing, what the products have done for us, what the business has done for us. I don't ever make statements like, you got to do this or you need to do this. I just tell them what it's done for us and then ask them, would you like to do what I do?
And so I'm just going to use a young girl that I met at Success School. One of my friends had introduced me to her just to kind of say hi. And I asked her about her, her journey. And I said, what is your story? And she was like, and so I just kind of I reworded a little bit. I said, tell me how you got introduced to Advocare. And she started sharing with me, like it wasn't packaged.
Right.
It was just, well, I met my friend Jamie and she actually gave me a spark. And as she was telling me the story, her voice was elevated. Her body language was amazing. And I looked at her, I go, you just shared your story. And she looked at me and went, oh, it was so cute.
People panic when they hear that. Tell me your Advocare story.
I don't like doing that. A lot of times I'll just ask them, how did you get introduced to Advocare?
Yep.
And then I'll let them talk and the excitement and comes out, and then I tell them, hey, you just shared your story, and they get excited.
Absolutely. And guys, there's a lot of extra tools that you can use, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter,
But
all
don't
of
hide
those.
behind them.
All of those are great tools, but exactly, don't hide behind them.
Mm-hmm. When reaching out to people, what is your perspective? And you are really good about this one.
Well, it goes back to what I said. No one likes to be sold. Everyone likes to be helped. And I've actually used this statement with some people is, I'm not trying to sell you. I'm giving you an opportunity to buy. Amazing products. I'm giving you an opportunity to earn some income. I'm not trying to talk you into it. You have to decide. And guys, that was a huge mistake that I made the first 10 months. I talked a lot of people into Advocare. And I finally, in my frustration, asked Michael Smith, what am I doing wrong? And he said, I'm glad you asked, because I wasn't ready to hear it 10 months before. And he said, you're talking people into doing Advocare. If you talk them into it on Friday, you got to talk them back into it on Monday. Your job is to share the message, share the stories, and let people decide what they're going to do with it. Because when they decide, they own it, and you don't have to talk them back into it.
And a lot of times what I always do whenever I'm talking to people about the 180 or any of the products, I will always share my story. And I say, this may not interest you right now, but I want you to put this in the back of your mind, because when you do start getting results and people do start asking you, I want you to remember that there is an opportunity attached to it. And so you may not be interested in right now, because I wasn't. I told Michael, don't talk to him about this business. I am not interested. And he didn't. He met me where I was at. He walked us through our 24-day jumpstart and the rest of the products. And before I knew it, people were asking what we were doing. And I remembered his story. He didn't push it on me. He just shared his story. So do not forget to always share your story and say, this may or may not be for you right now, but I want you to remember this for later.
And guys, you've got to know that you know that you know that it's not your job to get them to say yes. Your job is to tell the story, and we get paid to tell the story regardless of what their outcome is, whether they say yes or no. At the end of the month, if you made $100 and you told your story to 10 people and one person said yes, you made $10 every time you told your story.
That's right.
We get paid to tell stories. It's not our job to get them to say yes.
And so don't worry about the no's right now. Like it says, divorce yourself from the outcome. Put your blinders on. Go after the no's, because the more no's you get, the closer you are to getting that yes.
Absolutely. And hey, in 10 years and 12 years, we've got told no a lot. And you know what? Some of the people that told me no the first year, the second year, the third year, one of my best friends, year 7. Fine. And I was asking the wrong question.
Mine too.
He was like, I don't have time to do that. And that was always his big excuse. And I finally asked, well, how much time do you think it takes to build an Advocare business? And he was like, I don't know, 15 or 20 hours a week. And I said, no, dude, we build this business in 3 to 4 hours a week when you first get started. The next day he placed his advisor order. So, you know, it took me 7 years to ask the right question. Do not make that same mistake.
And then get on the products. Use what you can afford. And, you know, I do not like it whenever you present them with the big package deal and you don't give them the option to, you know what, hey, if you can't do the full 24-day jumpstart, that's fine. We've got good, which is the cleanse package, and then we've got better whenever you add in the Omegaplex, and then we've got the best if you add in the Spark. I never walk away with them saying, I can't afford it, because we have something that everyone can afford that's going to help fit their need as to what they're looking for.
Absolutely. And guys, we could train the rest of the day on some of this stuff. I've had people, I can't afford it. $7 a pack, 2-pack a day habit, drinking their whatever. And nothing against what you do. I'm just saying you're looking for people that put a priority on their health. So the guy that can't afford it, that drives through the drive-through double bacon cheeseburger, Coke, and fries 3 times a day, can't afford it.
Yeah.
Next.
And your 30-second story. Here's where I was, and we're going to buzz through this kind of quick, because you're going to be able to get with the person who invited you on this to walk you through how to package your story. So we're really going to buzz through this one, but it's basically just, here's where I was, here's what I saw, here's what happened, how long it took to get, you know, your results, and then what's next. And then you end with a question. For me, and y'all have heard my story many times, you know, I was exhausted. I was a hairdresser. I was on my feet all day long. My husband was an IT engineer. We were so that's where I was. What I saw is I met Michael Smith at McDonald's, of all places, and he got us started on the products. So here's what happened. We ended up getting on the products. My husband lost 12 pounds in 10 days, and I gained the extra energy that I needed. And so for how long? I mean, we've kept it off for the last 10 years. And what's next? And so my goal is to help as many people as I can feel great, look great, or help people with extra income. And then you end with the question, so what part of that sound good for you or good to you?
Yep. What's a good fit for you?
What's a good fit for you? It's good.
Talking to people, your story is a first impression. And that next line, guys, you only get one chance. You may get to tell your story to the same person multiple times, but you also may be in a situation where you only get to tell that story one time to that person. And first impressions do matter. So you want to make sure that you practice your story. I have 4 or 5 versions of my story. They're all the truth, but depending on who I'm talking to, I'm going to package that to have the most impact with that person, whether
That's right.
it's a man, a woman, they're my age, they're 19. So practice different versions of your story and just hone your skill. Look,
That's right.
we get paid to tell stories. He who tells the most stories wins. And I would add to that, he who tells the most stories effectively wins. And you'll get to a point where you're sharing your story without someone know that you've told your story. And that's just how you work it into the conversation.
That's right.
And learn more stories. Read the Impact Magazine. Read it. Memorize it. Learn your mentor story. Your team member stories. You want to have a lot of different stories in your mind ready to fire those off, because all of those stories are going to have relevance to different customers and clients that you come in contact with.
That's right. And then if it's your product, like everyone's got a product story. The minute you put Spark in your body, you've got a story. If you're talking about the business side of it, you're more than likely going to use the people that you've met or your mentor. So yes, you have to know the stories. Ask questions. People that you meet in Advocare, ask questions, ask their story, because you're going to be able to grab onto some of those and put those in your tool belt.
Absolutely. And guys, let me word it this way. This is something you could say just so you've got some verbiage that you can use. If someone says, well, I want to get on the products and lose 100 pounds, because I want to know that the products work before I decide to do the business. I would say, absolutely, you can do that. Or here's what my friend Kevin did. He lost 63 pounds in the first 6 months. He jumped in the business on day 10 because he had already lost 9 pounds. And over the next 5.5 months, he earned thousands of dollars that helped him pay his mortgage off 17 years early, because he didn't have to wait till the end. He got started at the beginning. So either one is good. Whatever you choose, that's your choice. I just want you to know, if you decide to get started now, there's added benefit to that.
That's good. That's good. Oh, I love this. Salt and Form. Find a reason to share. We are in the business of providing solutions.
Guys, you got to fine tune your radar. And we really are going to pick up the pace because we don't want to keep this on too much longer. Fine tune the radar. If I'm out on a job site and I see a guy yawn, boom, my radar pings. That's what I'm looking for. Or someone goes, oh, I'm so tired. Or man, I was up so late last night. Oh yeah, why were you up late? Ask the question. Maybe it was the kids. Oh, I couldn't sleep. I never sleep good. Sleep works, nighttime recovery, ping, 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 rehydrate. Woke up with a Charlie horse in the middle of the night. Rehydrate's a solution for that. So just listen. For people complain a lot. Be listening, and then we can position Advocare as a solution. So Michael Smith has trained us on this for years. If you want better answers, ask better questions. So if you don't like the responses that you're getting, get with your leader. There's a book called QBQ, The Question Before the Question.
That's good.
Learn how to ask better questions, listen, and then tell your story in the process.
And people are, I hear a lot of people say, well, I don't know how to even start asking, if let's say let's say that they don't say, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. If you just want to introduce someone to the product, just start asking questions. Ask them about their family, ask them, hey, so tell me about your family, or how are your kids, and then from that, they're going to go, oh, they're awesome. And you just keep asking questions, and they're going to be telling you, I'm exhausted. We want to go on vacation. We don't have time, whatever. Ask about their family, then ask what they do. Ask what they enjoy doing. And then, like Kevin said, you're remembering everything that they're saying. She needs to lose weight. She wants to get up from the couch and play with her kids. She needs more time with her kids. Then at the very end, you're going to be able to deliver that message. So that is how you start up a conversation. Just ask them about them. Be a good listener, because when you listen, you're going to be able to find that time to deliver that message.
Absolutely. And transitional statements, here's what I did, here's what I saw, here's what I do. Use those to transition into putting Advocare as the solution for that problem, whether it's time, money, or health related.
That's right.
So guys, Bulletproof Shield. And again, this is a 30-minute training in itself. I'm going to go over this in about 2 minutes. You want to live in this box. That is the SciMed board, are non-paid endorsers, your story plus 2 others, and satisfaction guaranteed. And this, if you get a goofy question, even if you know the answer to it, be careful on answering that question. And here's a good example. So let's say someone says, how much riboflavin is in Spark? Okay, that's a goofy question. Because look, I don't even know what riboflavin is. I've been in Advocare 12 years. I don't know what riboflavin is, what it does, or why it's in Spark. But we got 9 doctors on our board. They know. So I just trust those guys. I don't know what riboflavin is. I know that we're in every locker room in the NFL. And Jason Witten drinks it before a game. So there you go. And Ribo what? I don't know, but I lost 63 pounds in the first 6 months, and my wife went from a size 12 to a 6 taking these products. And if you get them and you don't like them, there's 100% satisfaction guaranteed. So I don't know a lot about that, but here's what I do know. I don't know a lot about that, but here's what I do know. Especially, let's put yourself in a mixer situation. Some goofball at the back of the room ask you about hydrolyzed whey isolate. If you know the answer to that question and you've got 12 people in the room and you start going into breaking protein down to its simple peptides so the absorption rate in your body goes up, which is all true, which is all correct, guess what the other 11 people in the room are thinking? Wow, I could never do that. You got to know all these ingredients and all the products. So even if you know the answer, I don't know a whole lot about that, but here's what I do know. The more you live in that bulletproof shield, the more duplicatable your business is, the bigger your check's going to go. And you want to touch on Phil Felton?
Phil Felton found. Go ahead.
I know how you feel. I felt the same way, but here's what I found.
That's right.
It's a great combo for you to connect. What I used to call in the sales world as me toos. Oh, me too. You're looking for the me toos. Hey, I know how you feel. Oh, I don't drink energy drinks. I know how you feel. I felt the same way because there's a lot of unsafe stuff on the market today. But here's what I found. Spark is amazing. It gives me incredible focus. Spark is 4 hours to get her done. Y'all want me to redneck it up real quick? When someone asks me what's in it, I say a lot. What's in Spark? A lot. What is it? 4 hours to get her done. And that's what I'm saying.
It's happy mommy juice.
Happy mommy juice. Shake it up, twist the lid off, hand them the bottle, and the first question I've asked for 12 years, how do you like the taste?
That's right.
Because that question demands what? That they drink it to be able to answer the question. And that's what I want. Get the spark in their body. And I put the lid in my pocket, never give it back to them. That way they have to drink the whole bottle. They can't stick it in their purse. So.
Well, whenever Michael gave me the slam at McDonald's, I went home, cleaned my house top to bottom, and didn't even realize what I did. So I knew right then how I felt, and what I found.
Here's what I found. All right, we got about 2 minutes before we get to questions and answers.
Oh, gosh. Okay,
Better
go.
hurry.
Go. I'll let you take this. Oh, how to sell. Coaching. You are the coach. Help your customers succeed on the products through diligent follow-up. And we covered that with this. Use this, okay? Make sure that you use the book and you follow up with them through that. The more coaching that you do, the more that you help them through this, the better results they're going to get. And then, as we said earlier, they're going to be able to introduce you to their friends. And that is how you build a significant income with Advocare. And
guys, look, what we have created on Facebook is incredibly valuable to your business. Mm-hmm. For those of you that are new to the team, this is something that just started at the first of the year that I have realized when I have a customer that I can plug into the Team Destiny product page and they lose 6 pounds and they quote, I've lost 6 pounds, and 85 of you champions comment on their thread, that's community. That celebration, that motivates them so much. That team page is incredible for you to plug your customers in. If you're not utilizing that, you are missing out on painting a bigger picture of what Advocare is as they walk through the next 80 days of transformation and they get to know people that they would not have known through the page. you're adding value, and you're giving them a better opportunity to see the business of Advocare and the culture of Advocare as well.
My friend Josh just ordered the products, Josh Pyron's on, and he is so fired up because he saw, not only does he have a vision, but he saw what's going on in the product motivation page, and he's commenting now. He is on fire, and he's on this training today, and he's
It works.
signed up. So
Use the pages.
everyone.
They're there for you.
okay, sell out the success system. This is the only way anyone has become successful in this business, right? Do what other successful people do. You want to get them on products, introduce them to your mentor. I call him my friend that introduced me to the products. And then you invite them to this. Well, the first one is going to be the mixer, okay, which is going on every Monday night. Different leaders going to be leading that. Then you get them on, once they're on the products, you're introducing them to the mixer. Then you are getting them on the training like today if they want more. And you just keep going. You got to do what has worked for the last 25 years. Don't try to do something different.
There's different techniques, and that's fine, but this is the system. And going back to eyeball to eyeball, on the phone, online is a great tool. Obviously, it's what we're doing this morning. How else can you get in front of people that are spread from coast to coast? So we want to use those tools, but always know getting face-to-face with somebody is how you're going to build that relationship and strengthen that relationship if it's possible. If it's not possible, absolutely, let's get them online. I've got multiple team members that are on the training this morning that I've never met. I've never seen them face-to-face unless it's been on a Zoom. I've never actually seen the person with my eyeball. So the success system works, period. This is how you build an Advocare business.
This is how we do it.
Y'all don't want me singing, and you definitely don't want me dancing. Okay.
The future is in the follow-up. Provide excellent customer service. Follow-ups help provide great results. Like we talked about earlier, we don't have to spend a lot of time on this one, but just make sure that you're following up with them. Build the relationship and make sure that they get their great results. It definitely keeps them coming back. Like I said earlier, we've got people who have been with us for 10 years that they don't do the business, but they're on products. And I always fill them in on what the new products are, if anything new is coming out. That is the way that I get to follow up with them and just catch up on how their family's doing. People love that. We want happy product users, okay? Not everyone's going to do the business, like I said, but people are going to love the products. They're never going to stop. And as long as you continue to create the relationship with them and build that, you're going to have them for life.
Absolutely. Yeah. Guys, that line that says most of your business builders will say, let me try the products first. Respect that.
Yeah.
Honor that. Celebrate that. That was us. That was us 12 years ago. Let's try the products first. I've never heard of Advocare. So 10 days in, 9 pounds. Roxanne lost 6 pounds.
Yeah.
People were asking us, money's money. So I made the phone call. Hey, how does the business work? About 85% of your business builders come through the product pipeline.
That's right.
So have faith that is going to happen. And again, it goes back to what we talked about earlier. Divorce yourself from the outcome. Meet them where they are. Love them where they are on the way to where they're going.
And, as you start, like I've got the 4 groups of people that are on the challenge right now, you have to create a follow-up system that's going to work for you. I personally use my phone. I set a reminder every evening and it just says call group or follow up with, group 1, group 2, group 3. Figure out what works for you. Some people use a notebook and with dividers in it. That's the way we used to do it. Figure out what works for you and just make sure that you create the system to follow up so you don't have people slipping through the cracks.
Absolutely.
Here we go. So 85% start with the products, just like he said. Was it successful if they said, hey, let me see a raise of hands of the people who jumped right into the business right away?
And it was very few. Very few.
Yep. So we need to go over this?
No, you got it. We just covered it.
All right. Pipeline. Take this one.
Pipeline, look.
People on products.
People on products, but this is going to require you to have some faith.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to require you to have some faith in the products and more faith in the process. This is a process. As you get people started on products, whether it's the Advocare 180 or a bag of Spark, look at it this way. you've got about a 3-foot diameter concrete pipe that runs for about 50 feet. Your results in the business are when water starts running out the other end. If you're pouring a cup of water at a time in that pipeline, I don't know if water's ever going to come out the other end. If you're dumping buckets, then you're going to see some results. You want to be dumping buckets of water in that pipeline. That's a massive amount of people. So quick tip, and then we'll move to the next slide. If you talk to your friend and you give them a Spark and an Impact magazine, and they say, I'm going to go home and try it, and let me read your magazine, and I'll let you know what I think. You don't go home and sit in your chair and set the phone down and go and wait for their call. No, you need to be hitting 10 or 15 people a day on here. You've got to try this stuff. This stuff is amazing. You've got to try it. The more people you're putting in the pipeline, faith and trust, they start coming out the other end in the form of results.
And
we got 4 minutes.
Okay, true story. One of our distributors, she had 200 no's before she got a good yes. I can't say I would have stayed around for that, but she's a Ruby. She has a great sustainable business, but you got to take the no's. So get as many people on product as you can. I love Robbie Page always says, get 30 people on product. Pop. How do I get this started? Pop. People on product. Get 30 people on product.
And quick tip, if you talk to 10 people and 10 people say no, definitely get on the phone with your leader and say, this is what I'm saying. Because if you're 10 for 10, maybe we need to change up what you're saying and how you're presenting Advocare. And because we want you to get results. So that goes back to being teachable, coachable, trainable, and that's a whole training in itself. Stay connected with your leader, your sponsor. If you don't have one or you don't know who yours is, reach out on the Team Destiny Champions page, and you're going to get all the help you need.
That's right. How to sell, celebrate. Guys, whenever your people are getting results, celebrate them. Make sure they're getting their before and after pictures and during their transformation challenge, and just get the pictures, celebrate them on Facebook, but also, well, Facebook and wherever else you're going to do it, but make sure that you ask for permission before you share publicly, okay? You can also celebrate them one-on-one. Give them shout-outs. You know, people love to be shout-out.
Absolutely. And it's a great opportunity to ask them. I bet your family's excited for you. I bet your coworkers are pretty fired up about what you're doing. Is anyone asking you what you're doing? That's a great lead into, I would love to help them get the same results that you're getting. And it gives you an opportunity to present that person with the business. How would you like to do what I do? This is how I earn money. This is how we paid our house off 17 years early, by helping get people results on the products. I'll be more than happy to help your friends directly, but if you'd like to do what I do, I'd like to help you earn some extra income, and we'll both help your friends get results on the products.
And someone's probably going to do a training on this soon as well. But if you're going to celebrate on Facebook on your personal page, you can give them shout out, but don't say, hey, message me for details or anything like that. Just give them a shout out. Hey, Kevin, you lost 50 pounds. I'm so proud of you. Keep up the great work, with their before and after picture. That's all you do. Do not ask, hey, message me if you're interested or anything like that.
No.
And then, of course, how to duplicate. This is a duplicatable process, just like we said. We went over in the very beginning. We'll go over this.
Keep it simple.
Yep.
The power of this business is in its duplication. And if you want a great corporate example of that, McDonald's. You drive into McDonald's in Maine or San Diego, they've got the same menu. Keep this duplicatable. Get people on products and follow the success system. That is what we do. You better hurry. We're down to a minute.
Speaking of your business with strength, guys, like I said, whenever I ask that girl about her product story, ask them about their income story as well. Just speak it with strength. Know that the products are great, but guys, the opportunity is amazing. There's nothing else out there like this, and it is your ticket to freedom.
Guys, we've kind of already covered some of this.
Yep.
If you need more details on that, those last 2 ways we get paid is simply this: help more people get results on the products and in the business. You're going to start earning overrides and leadership bonuses.
Right.
And it is about 10 o'clock. And we
these are
want to
just
respect
stuff.
your time. Most people spend more than they earn. That was definitely us. Guys, for you on the training, it's about your mindset. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe that you got your hands on something that's going to work and it's going to change your future. And yes, we are going quick. Duplication, we've talked about that.
Sorry,
Leading a
we
team
needed
of
a
people.
2 hour.
Yeah, we needed 2 hours.
This is the last slide. So
Okay, good. So we weren't that long. So guys, sorry we didn't have time for questions and answers. Can we
Can we
stay
open
on
it
for
up?
another 10 minutes? Okay, guys, here's what we're going to do. We're going to unmute the microphones. The training is officially over. So if you jumped on for that hour, we respect your time and you've got to run. If you've got questions that you wanted to ask, but you can't ask them until later, type those in the comment lines. And if you want to stay on with us, me and Dante will stick online and we will see if we can get your questions answered live. Our technical guru is now unmuting,
Well,
maybe.
do you want to unmute everybody all at once? Because then you're going to have.
Crazy.
Okay, I tell you what, this is on the Facebook page, right? They can type in the comments there and we can go answer them for them, or how's this work?
No, it's not on.
I tell you what, guys, we're going to unmute all of you. Keep your phone muted unless you have a question. Does anyone have a question?
I have a question.
Okay. Who am I speaking with? Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. This is Brooke Rutherford.
Hi.
Guys. Hey, so my brother had a great question. He's new, and I feel like when you're new, you get this a lot, and it's kind of it's not hard to answer, but when somebody says, what is Advocare? Like, what is your short, like 2-sentence answer from the pros? What do you guys say when someone's like, what is Advocare?
That's a great question, Brooke. I've got a couple of different answers when someone says, what is Advocare? I have a simple answer of we, because I want to take ownership in the business, we help people get results. We help people look, feel, and perform better. We're a health and wellness company. We're a leadership development company. All of these are separate answers. I've had people ask me, what do you do? I'm in leadership development. Oh, interesting. What is that? Have you ever heard of a company called Advocare? We help people grow as leaders, and our vehicle of choice is health and wellness products. So whether someone wants to lose weight, gain weight, if they want to look, feel, and perform better, we help them reach those goals. We have amazing products. And because it's a consumable product, we have an incredible business opportunity that you can plug into and grow as a leader and change your financial future as well.
Speak closer to the speaker. Kevin sounds far. And I like it whenever people say, so what do you do? I say, I help people feel great and look great. And I'm quiet and they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, and that's when I go into, have you heard of Advocare? So, oh, that's not speaking. So yeah, I hope that helps.
Yeah, it does. That was a good answer. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Brooke. Anybody else? Awesome. Well, guys, I hope you have a great weekend. I know here in North Texas, it is cold, wet, and raining. So wherever you are, hopefully you're having a good time. Listen, real quick before we sign off, there's a Monday night mixer that's followed by a business training. Also on Sunday night, there's a business opportunity meeting on this team page that Brandon Forbes is doing with Jose
When?
Verona, Sunday night.
Oh, Sunday night, yes.
It's specific for military personnel. Look, guys, feel free to plug into that training, whether you have served or not. I did not have the opportunity to serve, but I will be on that training Sunday night because guess what? Some of my team members have served, and they're going to be on that training. And I want to learn how to talk to someone that is serving or has served. So plug into those events. Sunday night training, Monday night mixer, followed by Monday night business training as well. If you live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, next Thursday night there's a business opportunity meeting at corporate, 7:30 start time. So if you're local, you can plug into that event. And I know you got something to say about the ladies' events that are coming up.
Yes, the ladies' events are, Amanda is getting ready to post them, but we have ladies' events going on in March. Usually it's going to be around spring break. There's a few different dates, but make sure that you stay tuned for that. And then did you talk about ours Monday night?
Yeah, Monday night mixer at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, 8 o'clock.
It'll be us again.
Yep.
So yeah, we got tagged for the Saturday training and the Monday night mixer. So we are super excited about that. It's going to be a great training on how to do a mixer, because we're just going to do a mixer right here on the team page, and you get to see how that's done. So plug your new people into it, but also with ears of this is what you do to build an Navicare business, because more mixers means more money. Guys, with that, we'll sign off. Y'all have a good weekend. We'll see you Monday night.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.